my dears, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Pamela and I put out beauty related videos on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. Before we jump into this video, I do want to mention a couple of things that are happening this week and next week. My video for Friday will actually be up either Saturday or Sunday. I haven't quite determined that one quite yet. Be alarmed if you don't see the video up on Friday. It will go up over the weekend. Two, I am going out of town the following week, which is the week of, I believe, December 4th through the 8th. I will be in Florida visiting my family. I'll have all of my videos, as usual, pre-recorded, but if I don't quite answer your comments the next week, I am so sorry. I will answer them when I get home. But yeah, I just wanted to lay those two things out, and if you see me wearing the same outfits in certain videos, that's because, again, I'm pre-recording for you guys. So yeah, let's just get into my favorites for this month. Yes! The first item I want to talk about is one of these color changing sponges. I don't quite know, or I can't remember off the top of my head what the actual term for this thing is, but it's basically one of those tin cans with like a sponge inside where you basically just take a brush, swirl it, and it changes the colors for you without having to actually wash the brush. Now this doesn't sanitize your brushes, so you should still definitely wash your brushes, but I especially love this for when I do a whole eye look using like one brush, which I do quite often, or when I'm just changing the colors on like my main blending brush for the look. So I absolutely recommend this thing. I bought mine on the Wish app and I'm pretty sure it was free with like $1 shipping, so I paid like $1 or $2 or something like that for this thing. Very inexpensive. It took about 2 weeks to arrive, but it's way cheaper than what you see out in the other places. So I totally recommend one of those things. If you can find one on Wish, go for it. The next thing I want to talk about is the foundation I've been wearing, and I don't usually do foundation reviews because everybody is always very, very different. You know, a lot of us don't relate to one another. Some of us have dry skin, some of us have oily skin, blah, 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 blah. But I really, really like the LA Girl Pro Coverage foundation, and I also really like the concealer. Now, the concealer is nothing really special. If you ask me, it just works like a regular concealer should. But I love this foundation because it's illuminating, and right now, since my skin is so dry and it's just soaking up product like crazy, making me look like crepey or alligator-y or whatever. This doesn't do that. I sometimes feel like I don't even need to powder it. That's how great it is for dry skin. So if you have super duper dry skin, I do recommend it, especially for this time of the year. I purchased the LA Girl foundation on Shop Hush for $8 with free shipping. So yeah, there's one of my favorites. Next thing I want to talk about is something that I've already raved about, but I've used so much of this, I just have to mention how amazing this setting spray is. I swear, I feel like I got this like either in like late September or early October, and I'm pretty much almost done with it. Like, it's something that I'm definitely going to repurchase. Even though I already make my own setting spray, I still love this, especially to set my entire makeup. Like, the only thing that I've noticed after using this setting spray is that this part right here is the only part of my makeup that'll break down. Everything else will look amazing, like for hours, and I only wear my makeup for about 8-ish hours, and after 8 hours it still looks fantastic. So I absolutely love this setting spray. I can't recommend it enough. Something else for my face that I want to talk about is the Essence All About Matte Fixing Powder. I have the waterproof formula. They have a regular formula, but I feel like the waterproof formula is something I could like get more use of because I do have extremely watery and sensitive eye, especially with all of my allergy issues, and I tend to like cry every now and then, and the fact that I powder my face with this whole powder and I don't get like that teardrop from my eyes watering or anything like that is amazing. So I definitely, you know, say that this is 100% waterproof. Another thing I love about this powder is that it doesn't give you that flashback, and I have done that flashback test before in one of my Essence videos that I'll have linked for you, but I love that because I have such a huge issue with powders just constantly giving me that flashback. Like, Mary, is that what, I think that's what James Charles like calls it, the flashback Mary, because I have had that issue so many times in the past, and I won't ever use anything else. Like, this is my setting powder for life because, again, waterproof, and 2, it just won't give me that flashback that I absolutely hate. The Essence Long Lasting Lip Liner in the shade Lovely Frappuccino. If you watched my last Essence haul, I didn't quite like the color of this because in the like plastic, it looks like a beautiful pinky like nude, but when you swatch it, it looks definitely nothing like the packaging. It's got more of a like, you know, mauve like color or undertone. But I will say that every time I've applied this with like any of my mauve like lipsticks, goes really well together. Like, I'm surprised at how well this pairs. It has paired beautifully with like these types of lipsticks, and as you could see, I've got a lot of these. Like, these are just 3 out of the many that I've got. But anytime that I apply this lip liner with any of those colors, it looks fabulous. My lip color stays for quite some time, so I love that so much. I also love that it is retractable, and although I've used it a couple of times, it looks like the way that I've used it has kept the tip sort of pointed, so it's also really easy to get into those little corners of my lips and make application look flawless. So I love this. I know that they make a million different colors. I totally recommend these lip liners versus their pencil ones because, you know, you don't have to sharpen these. They're easy to travel with if you have to, and like I said, it's just a wonderful formula. Next product I didn't buy, I got for free, but I kind of worked for it a little bit. I have mentioned before that I am part of this like Marc Jacobs beauty ambassador program. It's 100% free to sign up. I'm gonna leave a link for it down below if you guys are curious. What you basically do is repost Marc Jacobs things. There's a whole website dedicated to, you know, reposting and tweeting and blah and all that stuff. It doesn't take very much time to do, and like I said, it's free, so you can't go wrong with free. But after X amount of points, I did get a reward or whatever, and it was the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. I love everything about it. The packaging is like super luxurious. I don't have anything like this in my collection. It does everything that it says it does. It's very lengthening, volumizing. I feel like it adds more lashes to my lashes. I don't know how to describe it. Say that I have noticed a little bit of smudging down below, so I still do end up going with like a waterproof mascara down in my bottom lashes, but as far as my upper lashes, it makes them look amazing. And the very last product I want to talk about is the Essence Light Up Your Eyes like inner rim eyeliner. I have mine in the shade Peachy Day. They do have another one that's basically like a white or something like that, so it just depends on, you know, your style or your preference, but I love this eyeliner. It is super long lasting. It's extremely creamy. Like, it looks dry because it felt a little bit dry, but when you apply it into your waterline, it just glides on. It's so crazy. I think that this one is just a tiny wincy little bit better than the Rimmel Scandalize, because this one is not as creamy as the Rimmel Scandalize, and sometimes when I would sharpen that one, it would get really like clumpy and it wouldn't sharpen right, or there were times where it was so like creamy that it would just break off. Like, this one doesn't do that. This is like the perfect in between creamy and dry eyeliner. Like, if you sharpen it, it'll be a nice fine point. It won't like sort of break off or melt like the Rimmel one does. Also know that this one is way cheaper than the Rimmel one. It's like $1.99 or something like that, and so I definitely recommend this like eye brightening pencil so much. Love it. And that's all I've got for you guys today, so hopefully you enjoyed my favorites for the month of November, and if you did, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and spread my love for makeup, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.